In studio, I'm joined by Galeboe, Motlhajoe, representative of Society of Road Safety Ambassadors, Sorsa, to share insight on this. Say you're welcome to In Context the show.
Good afternoon and thank you for having me.
How will Sorsa, the MVA, and the Botswana Police coordinate these efforts? Or before we go to that, I understand that you started today.
Yes. This campaign was started today. And it's aimed at sensitizing the motorists and the drivers on this upcoming independence holidays. As you know, this year we have a longer holidays and longer the long weekend. So we set to commence our campaign today, which will end on the 30th. So basically, this campaign is just to educate the motorists about road safety, but we are also joined by our other stakeholder, which is Botswana Police Service, and they will be doing their mandate, which is to enforce the law. Whereas we will be educating, they will be on the other hand enforcing the law.
Okay, maybe when somebody talks about motor vehicle accident fund, they already know their mandate, but what really is Sorsa?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Sorsa is a civil society which advocates and lobby for road safety in Botswana. It was first started in the University of Botswana. By then it was a club under the SRC. But when we graduated and joined the workforce, we decided now to register it as an official NGO so that we continue with our effort and our passion to save lives on the roads.
Okay, and then with the stakeholders that you'll be working with, how are you going to coordinate efforts for maximum impact? Okay,
we started this before this campaign. If you can recall, September was a prayer month. We were invited by the several ministries to go and share with them the road safety talk on Fridays. So this was is not a new initiative. It's just a continuation of our effort. What we are doing now in the offices, now people now that are traveling, we want to intercept them, or we want to participate or get them, share with them at the roads, because now people are traveling for at the various destinations. So this is just to continue what we've been talking to them at the comfort of their offices, at the comfort of the schools. Like we were also visiting the schools. We're also visiting the ministries. Like on Friday, we had the Ministry of for State Presidency. We at the Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure. We also at the Ministry of Water and Human Settlements.
Okay, so one may wonder at the challenges, especially that it's a very long weekend, especially that most motorists will be driving under the influence. What are the challenges and the strategies that you guys intend to enforce?
Yes, we have several strategies that we've put in place for especially those who will be traveling for longer distances. We encourage them to take rest for every 200 kilometers or have drivers who will assist them, because fatigue is one of the number one causes of road traffic crashes. And we don't take it lightly that some people travel longer distances. Therefore, we need to ensure and impact that knowledge on them. You will find that there will be different roadblocks mounted in different roads, like in the A3, the Orapa Road, and A1, A10, and other roads. So those roadblocks are meant to force the drivers just to take a short break, just to refresh the body, to refresh the mind, also to encourage the blood circulation, because concentrating, driving for a longer distance, it becomes monotonous. You're now on the edge of arriving. You are now on the edge of when am I going to get there? Then you will end up speeding, which is something that we don't want, and which takes us to the issue of inappropriate speed. Overspeeding is one of the causes of road traffic crashes. So that's why we also impact or put this strategically on the roadblocks. And we also have issues of drivers ensuring that their vehicles are roadworthy. People tend to say they know their cars, and they take a car which is not roadworthy, and in turn it will cause an accident. And you know, an accident is something that is not nice. At the end of the day, it can claim one's life, or it can even cause serious injuries. Yes.
Okay, maybe you can take us back to the first day. You started today in Mochudi. How did the day go, and what are the challenges of reaching many people?
Okay. Today, we didn't anticipate, we had lower volume of people passing because we think people, most of the people left on Friday, and some left on Saturday and even Sunday. But because they wanted to spend a longer time at their various destinations. But those that we meet on the road are people that we interact with them. They are very cooperative. They obey the road signs. They wait. They engage with us to share the road safety conversations. So they stop to get the message. So far so good. It's only on Saturday when we registered an RTA around Atisia, which claimed around 5 lives, and it's something that we try to guard against, and we try to prevent, but unfortunately it did happen, and it's something that we are not happy about.
It's very sad. Yes.
It's very sad, yes. And one of the things about the fatality is that they claim the lives, and imagine 5 is gone like that. So we don't want to register any fatalities until we go back to work, or we go back to our respective destinations.
Okay, how do you intend to measure success now, looking at the already statistics that you just mentioned, and many people that are out of reach for your organization?
Yes. In road safety, we measure our success with the statistics. We are going to compare with the same period. This period, we are going to compare it with last year. So it is going to tell us if maybe we had an increase, or we had a decrease. So if we have a decrease, it will mean that the message has gone and people receive the message. But if we have an increase, it will mean that the message didn't reach where it was intended to reach, because we don't want to register any more death or any serious injuries. We want to prevent them, and this is something that is achievable. You know, road accident, they can be preventable. So it's something that we trying to impart the knowledge on Botswana. We trying to impart knowledge on the drivers, the road users, even the pedestrians. Nowadays we see a trend whereby pedestrians are the one who are most vulnerable. They are the one who are knocked more than the drivers.
Always on the phone, on headphones.
Yes, jaywalking. So that's a problem that we see. And even at night, you will see that a pedestrian will be drinking. After drinking, they'll be walking along the road. And it is very dangerous because the cars cannot see them. And maybe even the drivers, maybe they will be under the influence of alcohol. So we need to impart knowledge also on the pedestrians as well.
Okay, don't you think maybe it's a bit late when you guys start on the eve of holidays? Like today, it is the 29th of September. Tomorrow is the 30th. And it is just for one day. So a lot of people have already traveled, and you guys go to Mochudi today, and then you start saying, this is what we have, so that so we can prevent road accidents. Already people have traveled. What about taking it a week further and starting to disseminate information?
Yes, no, thank you. The structure of the campaign is not like we are starting today. Today is whereby we are going to the roads. If you remember earlier, I said we started this month whereby we are going to the ministries to talk to people. But because these same people are the one who are traveling. Because September, like you know, it was a prayer month. So we targeted the Fridays to go and share the road safety education, thinking that by the time we are done with the education. At the respective offices, now that's when we go to the roads. Yeah, it's a good point that you raised, but remember that the structure, we cannot always be on the road, because we also need to educate, because some people lack that education, and they cannot meet the education on the road. That's why we took a decision to say, now that let's go to them at their comfort of their offices to talk to them. From there, that's when we go to the roads.
So what are the challenges, and how are you guys going to implement them in this campaign, or avoid them at all means?
Okay, the challenges are there. You can see by the consequences or the repercussions of the road traffic crashes. But the reason why we partnered with the Botswana Police Service is to now say, let's enforce the law. The law is there. And with Motor Vehicle Accident Fund, they have the surveys. People know the road safety education. The problem is the implementation. They know they know what they have to do. They know that you know that when you get into your car, you have to put on a seat belt, you have to obey the speed limit. But then we have this behavior that we don't know where it comes from. So that's what at the moment it's a major challenge that we are battling with. But we think with the education that we continue to part, and with the police, with the enforcement that they continue to enforce, at the end of the day we will win the battle.
Okay, how are you going to make sure that an ordinary Motswana participator, especially that you mentioned earlier that people are jaywalking, and most of the time these are the people who are affected by road accidents, unknowingly thinking that they are safe walking by the road?
Yes, it's constantly education. It's constantly education whereby we try by all means to educate the road users. Remember, we have different platforms in the communities. We have the VDC, we have the COSI, we have the MPs, the councillors. So now, from here, what we want to do is to target the political leaders to say, in your area, please make road safety your priority. As COSI, as councillor, as MP, as minister, please, let's talk about this. And as supervisors at workplace, because remember, if you are involved in an accident, your boss is going to suffer, because now there will be no one to interview me here today on the studio. And you'll be leaving your loved ones behind. You'll be, maybe you are the breadwinner. So there are a lot of challenges that succumb to road crashes.
Gongwe hela o ka re gongwe mo ngwageng tota tsone dikotsi tsa dikoloi di costa gore go latlhege matshelo a le kae. Maybe sometimes when you speak and there are no numbers, people don't even realize the gravity of the situation.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. That's a good one. In Botswana, averagely we lose around 500 lives. And to say to have a village, to constitute a village, it has to be made up of 500 people. That means in Botswana every year we lose one village. So you can imagine that one village it's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people,
especially for a small population like Botswana.
And the Motor Vehicle Accident Fund spend around 560 million a year in post-crash, in funeral expense, hospital cover, loss of support, loss of income. So you can see, if we prevented these crashes, this money could be diverted to developments in our country.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. And then lastly, sir, will this campaign set a precedent maybe for all others to be happening, the same initiatives to be happening across the country, especially that this December, Christmas holidays?
Yes, we have already started for festive. After the independence, we are not going to take any break. We're just going to be consistent up until the year end.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Maybe your last words before we close.
Okay, my last words will be, let us be safe. Let us celebrate our independence in style, healthy, accident-free, and we go back to our workplace or destination and in full health. Thank you.
Ke go leboga Raitso me ke solhela gore le wena o tla nna jalo le malatsi a boitapoloso kgotsa a boipuso a babalesegileng.
Thank you, ke a leboga.
Botswanetso e wela hela ka tselentseng jalo pisano ya rona le re Galeboe Motlhajoe me a tlhalosa jalo gore bana ba ntse ba le go Mochudi ba tla tswalla ba ntse ba eme le gone ka moso jalo ba le ka jalo gore ba le ka jalo gore ba bona gore matshelo a ba dirisi ba tsela a tsamaya ka tsela e ntseng jalo. Motswanetso go tsana jalo ba in focus re tla tsoga re kopana le lona gape mo go la kamoso.